Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, February 14th, 2022. Africa, the political and security situation worries the heads of state. Excuse me. This article is taken from ADIAC. It's a Republic of the Congo newspaper, not the DRC. Presidents Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, Faure Gnassingbé of Togo, and Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Denis Sassou Nguesso of the Republic of Congo met on February 12th in Oyo, north from Brazzaville, that which is the Republic of Congo, to discuss issues of peace and security in the Great Lakes region in Central Africa and in West Africa. I love this article because it seems to speak to what I've been recommending since I've been doing this channel, namely that nations, African nations that are at peace, that don't have insurgency, should help out their fellow African nations that do have insurgencies. And you see four countries here, two of which have insurgencies and two of which do not have insurgencies. So you have, and I kept saying one of the countries, and actually two of the countries that I said should get involved in sending their active duty troops who are getting paid for being active duty to hotspots, like in the DRC. And, Uganda doesn't, it sort of has an insurgency. The two of them, DRC and Uganda together, you could say they have insurgencies. To areas like the DRC, where these two nations are. Uganda and DRC put their militaries together so they can fight the insurgency along the border. So, it scares me because this is exactly what I've been calling for. They're not saying that they're going to send their troops there, but the fact that they're talking about it, they're holding a meeting about it, tells us something. The four heads of state spoke about the joint operations carried out by the armies of Uganda and the DRC, which I talked about, in the eastern part of this country to eradicate the rebellion of the Allied Democratic Forces, ADF, Muslim Tabligh Movement, MTM, and other negative forces that threaten peace and stability in these two countries. They welcomed, the two countries are the DRC and Uganda, but mainly the DRC, because that's where they're hiding out in the national parks, in the bush. They welcomed the successes already achieved by the Congolese and Ugandan armed forces before congratulating the saving initiative taken by their counterparts in Uganda and the DRC. The heads of state of Togo and Congo reiterated their full support for the joint military operations undertaken by these two countries. Regarding the Great Lakes region, the four heads of state welcomed and encouraged the joint approach initiated by the Ugandan and Rwandan governments on the effective opening of their common borders, allowing the free movement of people and goods. They supported the desire expressed by these two countries to resolve by political and diplomatic means alone any disputes that may arise in their bilateral relations. Regarding the situation in the Central African Republic, the heads of state welcomed the mediation initiated by the Angolan President Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço, current president of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region. They welcomed the measures taken by the Central African authorities to promote the return to a democratic opposition to the Organizing Committee for Republican Dialogue. So not only are they talking about a an area that's hit with an insurgency, and which is DRC and Uganda along the border between the two nations, but also the Central African Republic. They're talking about that too, and well, um, referring to the political situation in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso, three countries shaken by coups, the four heads of state reiterated their full support for the Economic Community of East African States West within the framework of the measures taken with regard to these countries. Now, I don't agree with that. That the sanctions that the ECOWAS put on these countries that have just had coups, the three countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea, because of the governments that preceded them, which didn't do anything to fight the insurgencies. So, I mean, I'm not the only one to say this. A lot of the inhabitants of these countries are backing their juntas, because they know that you need a military solution to the insurgency problem, which the democratic administrations were not equal to the task to. So it's good news that the countries that are at peace have their eyes on the insurgencies of countries that are not at peace, and but so the next step is for them to send their active duty troops, as I've been recommending for the past few years.